Good morning. Now we are going to take the last part here in our lesson, and it is about reading comprehension. Our main objective is effective reading. So we are going to go through the reading text, the whole reading text, and we are going to deal with how to go through this kind of reading effectively. First of all, we have to start with our lesson overview. The first thing that we are going to go over is skimming and scanning. And most of you heard this from your teachers, skimming and scanning. The second thing, tips for effective reading. So you are going to have some tips. Yeah, it's tiny tips, and that may help you go through the reading and reminds you with the techniques that we went through in the other 4 lessons. Finally, we are going to practice, general practice. First, effective reading. We have to skim and scan. First, we have to skim. What do I mean by skimming? Here in skimming, we are going to deal with main idea. So the general idea, as I told you before, go through it by reading the introduction, the conclusion, and you may use the first sentence of each topic of each paragraph. Then we are going to go through the scanning part. Scanning part, we are going to search for supporting details, specific details. So we have, as I told you before, you have to read the questions carefully. Try to find some clues, some numbers, some names. These things, they will help you go over it in the text, and no need for rereading the text. Kind of questions that you are going to have here, lexical items, asking about what does this word mean, and another thing, reading comprehension questions. We call it the RC questions, which deals with some specific information about the text itself. And we have the word family. When I say word family, I mean suffixes, prefixes, and word roots. Finally, we have to know the word class. One of the questions that we deal with in the reading text is word classes. There are some tips that you can use to get to read effectively. Tip number 1, go over the reading text to check your general understanding. And don't waste your time reading every detail. As I told you before, go through it. Go introduction, conclusion, first sentence for each paragraph. Don't forget that. Don't read every single word. Don't think of the new vocab. Just get the general idea and get the main idea. Tip number 2, read the introduction, as I told you, read the conclusion, and read the first paragraph, the first sentence in each paragraph. And we said that before, like that here. This time we changed the reading text. It is about chocolate also here. So we have the introduction, conclusion, and then you will get the idea. Another tip here, it's tip number 3. Read the questions first. Scan the reading text. Move your eyes quickly over the reading text. And then search for keywords or IDs related to the given questions. So, as I told you before, read the questions very well. Read the destructors. I mean by destructors, the choices, the options, A, B, or C, or D. Read them very well. Try to find for keys or clues that will help you search for the answers. Please don't read again every single word. Try to find some clues like numbers, names, phrases, something specific, more specific. Tip number 4, Again, as I told you before, so you're going to read to get specific information, word, phrase, name, numbers, as I told you before. Now, we're going to practice what we have done before. So let's get started. The first question here, what is the main idea of the article? So I told you before, when you see this kind of questions, that means you are dealing with the main idea. Again, what did I say about the main idea? Yeah, I know that. You got it. Yes, you have to read the introduction, the conclusion, and then go back to the first sentence in each paragraph. Here, it says here, read the destructors. The first one is A, people can be addicted to different things. People can be addicted to chocolate. Chocolate makes people feel good. Chocolate may cause depression. So let's search for answers. Now let's read the introduction. Research in archives of internal medicine shows those who eat at least a bar of chocolate every week are more gloom than those who only eat chocolate now and again. Many believe chocolate has the power to lift mood, and the US team say this may be true, although scientific proof for this is lacking. But they say they can't rule out the chocolate may be a cause rather than a cure for being depressed. So this one will give us a clue, okay? But we need to be sure more. As I told you before, the conclusion gives us the summary of the reading text. So this will give us at least, we will read the first sentence. It says here, chocolate could even be a direct cause for depression, a cause of depression. The researchers added. Bridget O'Connell of the mental health charity MEND said the way we feel and what we eat can be closely related, and many people will be familiar with craving particular food or comfort eating when they are stressed, under pressure, or depressed. However, as this study shows, more research is needed to determine exactly what the relationship between chocolate and our mood is. From that, we get it. We will get a clue to get our right answer. What is the main idea of the article? So here, let's get the answer. It is number D. Chocolate may cause depression. The second question. Here it is more details, that means specific details. We're dealing with specific details. Based on the article, many people believe that chocolate has the power to. So we have the word power. This is a key that we can use to find out what is it. What is the right answer? Is it A, cause depression, B, cure depression, C, lift mood, D, make you fat? So we need to find out, what do people believe about chocolate? So people believe chocolate and the power. So where is my answer? It will be, we need to look at this to the passage and find the words that we need, and these are chocolate and scientists and these things. So it says here, many people believe that chocolate has the power to lift mood. So the answer here is what? The right answer, lifting mood or lift mood. Question number 3. Here we are dealing with the vocabulary. The word proof. What does proof mean in the sentence? Although scientific proof for this is lacking. Is it A, knowledge, evidence, research, or reality? So we need to do the procedure that we made it before, or I showed you before, or the technique that I told you before. First, you need to go through the reading text, finding the word itself and try to guess the meaning through context. And then if you didn't get the meaning, try to find the word class of the word, then the prefix or the suffix of the word. So let's go back to the text. Let's have a look here. Many people believe chocolate has the power to lift mood, and the US team say this may be true, although scientific proof for this is lacking. Okay, so you got the meaning through the context, and the meaning is evidence. Question number 4, and it's dealing with the word meaning also. This sentence, and many people will be familiar with craving, particularly foods, or comfortable eating when they are stressed. The word craving is a or an verb, noun, adverb, and adjective. So we are having the word, but not asking the questions. We are asking about the word class of the word. So we need to go back to the text itself and think of it very well. Am I going to get it through context or using suffixes? So let's go back. The word craving, it is in the last one. It says here, the way we feel and what we eat can be closely related, and many people will be familiar with craving, particularly foods or comfortable eating when they are stressed. So we will get them here, we will get it with craving, familiar with craving. This will be easier for you. So it is what? It is a noun. To sum up, as we went through this lesson, we went through some techniques that help the student read effectively, get the main idea, get the specific details with their supporting details, I mean. So here we went through this. We said we need to skim in order to get the main idea of the reading text, and we need to scan and get answers for reading comprehension, for word meaning, word class, word family. By word family we mean suffixes, prefixes, and the roots. Okay, so it was like an exercise for us to tackle or to work on the techniques that we had in the previous 4 lessons, and I think that it would be beneficial to go through this by yourself. Please, my advice is to get one of the reading comprehension tests that and go through it individually. This will be helpful to apply what you have learned in my classes. Thank you very much, and I hope that you found my lesson beneficial and enjoyable. Good luck all of you, and thank you.